I was a very, very stuck up kid. I was so stuck even
well,
till now.
Not was.
This one, Rock of Ages. You know when you see those Igbo babes that nothing moves them? That's Delichi. She doesn't even cry.
No,
Alright, let's start. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello.
Hi guys. Welcome.
Hello.
Oh my god. This video is going to be so chaotic because we've never done anything like this before.
I know. Hi, I'm Delichi. Well,
Why you say like that?
because I don't know if to go by like what we know me as or
just
like
use
Obianuju.
No, that is Obianuju. Obianuju is for newcomers.
It's not, guys. But Delichi, because childhood and everything. Hi, I'm Delichi. Nice to meet you guys. Welcome
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too.
Welcome to her YouTube channel.
Okay, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a guest. This is actually my first sit down guest on my channel, of which I feel like is very appropriate. So this is my best friend Delichi. We've been friends for almost 20 years. We go way back, like since Nigeria. So right now I am in
Okay.
So when we're filming this video, I'm still in Texas because I was here for the Christmas holiday and we plan to film a video together. So that's what we're doing. This is going to be like I don't even know, like a best friend chit chat or like a best friend tag kind of thing. So I'm trying to look at the script.
Oh, sorry.
So we're going to be talking about like life as adults, how we transitioned from childhood best friends to adult best friends, how we moved to America and all that stuff. So it's just going to be very chill chit chat. So before we get into it, please give this video a thumbs up.
Give it
Give it a thumbs up, okay, and share it. We didn't plan for this properly. We should have done like a question tag so we could answer you guys' questions. That would have been so amazing. But this is what you get, okay? So
it's what it is.
It's what it is.
Do you want to talk about how we met?
I mean, I wanted you to do most of the talking because I used to hear my voice. Tell them how we met. How do we meet?
Oh my god! So
we don't gotta cast me too much.
I will cast
not
you.
Not too much on me.
Okay, not too much on you. But see, Chinatown was very, very annoying as a kid. Like, God, I can't even begin to tell you guys. So basically, my dad is a pastor in a church, and basically, Chinatown would. Did you guys join the church or something?
Yeah,
they moved. So they moved closer to where we stayed. So she joined the church. The first day she met me, where's your scarf? I was 5.
Wait. How do you remember the first day we met? Can you remember that?
You don't?
I really don't.
Because you were just looking at me like, where's your scarf? I was like,
really?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I was like, I'm just fine. Like, what is like? Because then kids were allowed to.
Hey, you were 6 too.
Was I 6?
You were 6. That was in 2009.
But still at 6, you're asking me where my scarf is. Can you relax? So exactly, I was like, well, we don't have to tie a scarf for your children. Like, it starts wearing your scarf from a certain age, because that was kind of like not a rule, but a thing like back in our church. Yeah, like just an accepted norm that kids could come in with their hair out, and then afterwards, as they grow up to be teenagers and whatnot, they start like incorporating
I was a very, very stuck up kid. I was so stuck up. Even till now.
Not was. I was saying that was, but it's okay.
Even till now, I'm still very stuck up.
But now you're so chill. I'm so surprised. I was like, that's something I kind of like,
I've really changed over the years. I'm less strict than I used to be.
Children was very strict. Everything by the book. I said, wow.
That was back when we were still children. I don't even know how we eventually transitioned to start liking each other. I know how we did.
It was Mr. Ojo.
Really?
In church, because we had so much.
Why do you remember these things?
Because you were annoying. Oh my gosh. This is what is crazy. The annoying will always remember.
I don't remember shit.
And it's not like I'm carrying my hat. I am. But at the same time, it was like, I remember Mr. Ojo, we had a fight. I don't know if Isaiah was also among. Really? Like, I don't know if you remember that.
I remember Mr. Ojo trying to reconcile something though. Mr. Ojo was one of our Sunday school teachers.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Shout out to Mr. Ojo.
Shout out to Mr. Ojo if you're watching this.
Not shout out to. And then from there we started talking, and I was like, okay, she's not bad. We like the same TV shows. We were so
Yeah.
animated. Like we used to like watch Disney a
Disney,
lot.
yes, Disney
And we were
shows,
so
Nickelodeon,
animated and everything. We would quote like scenes from TV shows. Like that
all
was
those
very
Disney
that
sitcoms.
was
Yeah,
lame.
yeah, that was.
It wasn't lame, but it was
I
cool.
thought it was cute.
It was
I think that it was
for
cute
the time. I think for the
age.
For the
Yes,
age,
yes, for
yeah,
the
it
age.
was
I
cute.
think it was cute. Yeah.
And that was what was
So-
raining then. So hey,
Exactly. And then she now left me to go to boarding school, and I did not forgive her. Till now, I still don't forgive her. Imagine, because me go to boarding school, so she went to boarding school. Occasionally, maybe I would go and visit her in school with her mom, because our families are also kind of close. Do you remember that time I came?
I know.
And you thought I was your cousin at first. Then we both graduated, and then I went to see you, and then she came to America. So we went to university in like 2016. So she's been here since 2016, and then I'll visit occasionally to see her. I think we still kept in touch all those years, but it was at first it was kind of rocky.
It was rocky because like a lot had happened. I think between it was just such a transitional period for everybody. Because like you just started college, I just started college as well. So I was like, yeah, okay, it was just such a transitional period. So we did like communication it dwindled.
Yes, it did.
I'll give it like 2 years.
I think between 2016 and 17, it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Then from 2018, 19, we started talking again because that time I came in 2019. Yeah. You sent me that phone. Do you remember?
Oh yeah. I remember.
So from then, like we were still kind of close and talking, although there was still time difference, of course. And then 2020, I think it was 2022, 23, when I was thinking of where to go to do my masters. I kept calling everybody because I didn't know what to do. Of course, this one wanted me to come here so that we'll be together. My popsy was not having it. He didn't want me to come to America.
Well, why not? Why not America?
He said, India, America, because of their guns and everything. So,
I mean, it's valid, but
valuable.
It's danger everywhere.
That's why I keep telling people. That's why I keep telling
danger
people.
Everywhere. The next question is how we became best friends. I don't even necessarily remember, like we mentioned, I think earlier, we became like, we figured out we like the same
things,
TV shows, and we like the same things. And I think for the most part, like foundational years, the church like sort of like made a lot of our childhood, like, in terms of grounding. But it was good that we kept up, because even when I went to school and came back, there was still that eagerness, like,
yes, she's coming back.
Oh, are you church? Are you coming to church today? Because like our parents too were like, we're getting inside, so we were.
The only time they would allow us to maybe stay out and quote late is if we go with the driver. Like that time we went to ICM. I still remember that day very well. Yeah. I even vomited in the car because I was getting car sick.
True.
I remember very well.
And it was I was also pissed that day. Wasn't my mom? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because we got home really late. I remember that.
Attitude.
My mom was mad too, but it was not our fault. Okay, it was Lagos traffic. I don't know why they were getting mad at us.
I was like, and they knew.
Other times would be like if your sisters were getting married, like during Ebera's wedding, during Monika's wedding.
So because we didn't have sleep. I mean, which Nigerian job really has sleepover? And I know it's a thing. But for real, like back then, it wasn't really a thing.
Yeah. So every sleepover opportunity we grabbed it.
We did.
We grabbed that shit. I remember that time. That there was this time. I think it was after Ebera's wedding. Ebera is one of her sisters. We cleaned the visitors' room, everything. We swept it because you know when you're getting ready for a wedding now, everywhere is very scattered. So we cleaned the whole room. Only for
my brother and his friends.
Her brother and his friends came and colonized the room from us.
I was like, what? No. They went downstairs in one hot. Or in a hot room.
After we turned on the AC and everything. So they were just looking at us doing.
They were waiting for us to finish. They were waiting for us to do our own. They said, okay, just clean first.
Yeah.
We cleaned, we swept it down, we laid the bed, everything.
We were so ready to sleep.
My mom now said, it makes sense that they sleep there because they are guys and the guest room is downstairs. So it just makes sense that,
they just used us that day.
They used us, so and everybody in the house watched us clean that place, knowing fully well that my brother was going to come and take it.
Maybe they were just laughing. They were definitely laughing at us.
And we were kids. No, we were cute. We don't know what was going on. I think the funny thing is like we grew up in the same kind of like dynamic households and everything.
Yeah,
And like
exactly
we
the
had
same.
big families and all of that. So we have
Yes.
older sisters.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
there are just some people that,
We both have 4 older sisters each, which is crazy.
which is crazy.
She has 6 siblings. I have 5 siblings. So we're very like, and our siblings also used to talk to each other because we used to go to the same church.
Yeah.
So the family kind of knew each other at the end of the day. So that kind of made sense. So coming to America was like I had somebody. You know, it's different when you go somewhere you don't have anybody, you don't have any family or any close friends. So like for instance, I think was it 2023 Christmas.
Yeah.
We went to Houston to stay with her sister. Went for, was it your brother's birthday? Whose birthday was it? Or was it just a Christmas
party?
party?
It was just a Christmas party.
I think that was the first time I ever met Chibuke.
No, that wasn't your first time. I think you had.
Are you sure?
He came to Abra's wedding. You met him there, but like it was very. I mean, you probably remember. It was very brief or something.
Okay. I think.
But what do you call? Do you have fans? Oh, do they? I don't know.
I feel like those names are kind of crazy.
Chilo Ninjas. Chilo Ninjas.
Chilo Ninjas is crazy. Chilo Ninjas. Ninja Turtles.
Okay, the next point is friends across borders. So I feel like I wanted to sort of like, how was it like navigating our friendship in the beginning? Like, what was that like for you?
Okay, so I remember in the beginning you always felt far, and I wasn't really thinking of doing my masters here.
Yeah,
my sisters did theirs in the UK, around the UK. So at first I was just like, okay, is this even still going to work? But I hate okay. But I hate giving up on people. Like if somebody's my person, I just hate giving up on them, even if I don't know when I'll see you. Yeah,
stubbornness. It's not anything. Stubbornness. That's what it is. It's stubbornness.
That's true. I am very stubborn. So at first, I guess I was still trying to hold on to it, still reach out when I remember. Because me too, I was still navigating my own life, transitioning from secondary school to university. I was like completely on my own. I went to see you. I didn't know. Jesus, I just realized I didn't know anybody when I went to see you. Really? Like none of my Radiance classmates.
I feel like from like orientation and everything, it's usually like that in anything like that you start newly, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, many people from CU knew people from their secondary school.
Oh.
I didn't have anybody. Yeah, so I was really on my own. I think you told me about one guy. His name is Gift. Do you remember Gift? Gift Ezike.
Oh. I do remember that name. I do remember that name.
I think you introduced us to each other because you found out we were going to see you.
Okay.
So Gift reached out to me. So we used to talk.
I remember Gift. Hi, Gift. Shout out.
Shout out to Gift. That was like first semester. So towards when you start getting into school, everybody goes into their own department. So we weren't really talking like that. So now it's just once in a while we say hi.
Yeah.
So then I was trying to like figure out people who I would know, who I'll talk to, like get new friends. And I didn't even know the time difference was that bad, like 6 hours, 7 hours between Nigeria and America. And then we'd be like, I think I used to reach out to you on Instagram because CU does not allow phones now.
Yeah, so, that too was a thing actually. The no phone thing was insane.
Imagine not being able to just call somebody. Like we had Wi-Fi, good and fine, but Nigerian Wi-Fi really, it was not giving. It was not given. I think from 2020, that was when, and I started getting more consciousness.
Yeah, same.
And I feel. A lot of things happened. I don't remember them. Like really, I'm telling you, just fragments.
I honestly thought my non-remembrance was because of what I do in my off hours. I guess people actually do not remember their childhood as much as it could be like anything. Like
that church, they were so judgmental. Like it's very rich coming from me, but that was kind of how I was also socialized. So I just thought that was
you
normal.
go into the world like that, like you go into the world with that behavior, like you don't even know that you have that. So like you socialize with people and you're like, oh,
and you see that it's weird, like the whole scarf thing. Now I'm one of the biggest advocates for like, why am I covering my hair? Good, like for what? What am I covering my hair for? But when I was young and I was barely 10 years old, I still had very strong views.
I was like, girl, you need to chill. We are kids. I was like. In my head, I was like, we are actually like we are kids.
Saying that is like, so funny.
And I I really was like that.
I don't know. I
was
don't
like,
think
you
I
need
was
to
a kid.
chill. Damn, that's crazy.
I don't think I was a kid. I don't know.
I really was like a kid. Like I remember being a kid like that age and just young and
Yeah.
very. Because I think then I was like my most social. Like right now, I'm not
Yeah.
as social as I was when I was a kid. Like back then, I could talk to anyone. I could be around anyone. I was like hi, and sometimes I'll be shy where like I don't want to talk to people, and I don't know why. If it was just like I was actually like that. Like I was very, and there was this girl, I'm not gonna mention. There was this like particular girl in church. Like there was certain people in church like I won't get close to. Like they would try to say hi to me because like also being a pastor's child, like it's very
popular. And everybody's eyes will be on you because they're just like,
and they were just setting expectations that were just like,
remember when they told you should stop chewing gum in church? They were really doing the most.
They really had like eyes on us.
Guess. Yeah.
Because it was like, oh, you're like setting an example for people, which is understandable. But at the same time, like we were kids, like the pressure an example for of that does not even look well, like at all.
It was so weird how, I don't know, is it just me or people were always trying to separate us?
Yes, like I was like, okay, they were so like they really did like they didn't like friendships that didn't look generic as the Christian friendship, because like we would also do things outside of church, like we mentioned, as in we went to we just went from talking about that transition to
that's why I know that's why like all these things, the scripting just doesn't work sometimes.
It just went like we weren't just friends because of like we went to the same church. We also had like things we liked outside the church as well, and we just got along, so it just only made sense to invite her into that side of my life, like my other school friends and stuff like that, like other things that just didn't have to do with the church, or like having like because we had different programs in church and different events, we were very socialized into that community.
I kind of miss it though. Like
I do miss it because it was like a community. It was a community. It was a community. It was just really like nice. People had just several like expectations and standards in their head, and they projected that towards other people. And it was like, okay, I think you need to relax.
I think it's just a Nigerian church thing.
But
at the end of the day, I have to give Foursquare their terms though.
Now you mentioned in church finally.
I have to give them their terms. They were
they do a good job like with
children.
Kids, like really grounding your kid like into things of God. Now, if that child decides not to carry it when they're older,
that's up to them.
But I think for the most part, you actually still have that grounding.
Yes,
it's so weird.
I'm still scared of Mommy Campbell.
For Jesus,
we shall stand there.
You should no, first go. They'll come and take your money. So it's not true. It's true.
That's true.
About church.
It's about church. It's not just festa.
So the transition part, I think for me, Isha, like when I first moved here, I think I was navigating a lot. I think I was thrown into the ocean. Is that what you're saying? I was thrown into the ocean, like it was just, and which is fine because like I had my siblings here as well. I had family here. I was like, okay, I don't have to navigate it alone. But me, like my person, I navigate and process a lot of my emotions alone. I do my best work alone. I'll just say that, not to sound off, but so that part of my life, I was navigating this alone and just didn't have. I think I didn't have the emotional like bandwidth to sort of like carry anyone along at that point in time. And I know that's not making excuses for being a shitty friend or being a like, lax.
I don't see that way.
I mean, I know you don't, which is weird because children are so chill. That's what I'm saying. We are too chill. Like I think I'm too chill too. Like it's like we are both too chill.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a good thing sometimes or like.
I've been through enough. I beg.
Like we navigate things weirdly, but we kind of like still get to the
crux of it.
I also felt like she too was like having her thing, like figuring out herself in school and all of that. So there was that too. I just had that whole, okay, you're doing this and I'm doing what I'm doing. And then sometimes when we would interact, I remember when we had a fight.
Do you remember that fight? I remember. I hate fighting with you. Wallahi. I hate fighting with my friends. I just feel like it's so awkward.
Really?
My chest would be tight.
We both are very stubborn. Am I stubborn?
I think I'm more stubborn than you.
Which is
I
weird because
think
a lot of people think I'm stubborn.
yeah.
A lot of people think I'm stubborn. So you can imagine.
I'm
You can
definitely
imagine next level shit. You can just imagine. So
I try, okay. I try my best to be malleable.
well,
Okay, I try
fine, true.
sometimes.
Sometimes actually, which is very like this Christmas, she shocked me. I said, "Wow, okay, yeah, they are as flexible as you can be," which is, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
The fight, I think we had a huge fight, and I think that fight was very, it's personal, but it was very like more sensitive to like how we grew up and like
Yeah.
dynamic family dynamic, all of that. And then we didn't talk for a while. I
Yeah, we
think
didn't talk for a while.
that's what I'm saying, how we navigate. And we've gotten better over the years. I think now as
Yes.
an adult we can like, say what it is, and like even if we don't
Yeah.
agree, it's like, you know what, this is
It's
where
what
we
it
are.
is, yeah.
It's what it is. And it's
Yeah.
fine. We move on. I feel like you can tell when we move on. We move on.
We move on for real.
Like
yeah.
it's not
Yeah. I can't carry anything in my mind, I beg.
It's not even current.
I just can't.
I'm just too tired.
Bruh. Do you get
Okay, I don't know when you guys are gonna watch this. Whoever is watching this, maybe you come across this maybe 4 or 5 years from now. You'll be blown. But let me tell you something. 2024 was stressful.
My
Excuse
God.
me? This economy has been stressful since 2022.
I genuinely think that's one of the worst years of my life. I genuinely think so.
2024?
Yeah. Like
really?
Yes, like growing up as an adult. I really feel
Really?
like it was one of the worst
I
years
don't
of my
even
life.
know. 2024 was tough.
It was really hard.
But I won't even say, I won't call it the worst. I feel like the worst is, and I don't want to say it's yet to come, but like, I'm only 25. Life is a lot. Life is full. Like you see how you always tell me I see the glass always half empty, and you see the glass half full. Like the glass can always also be half empty and always half full too. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
It does exist. I just choose to ignore the empty.
So like the worst is yet. I always feel the worst is yet to come, but at the same time, the best too is yet to come.
So I think from when I came in 2023, we now, like, because we're in the same time zone, everything now felt much better. Like it
felt neutral.
Yes, it was now stabilized. You get? I didn't have to
from
think.
2020, it didn't feel forced. I mean, during COVID lockdown, we talked a lot.
Yeah,
actually, during lockdown, because of a lot during lockdown. I think that was sort of like just a defining moment where we're like, after that fight that we had actually sat down and just
thrashed things out. Yeah. You remember my 2017 Christmas during December period? I went to stay with your mom.
Yeah, and that was a thing too that I really appreciated that she did. Like, not a lot of friends would do that for you, and I know how Nigerian parents are. Yeah, I've had to live with, let's call it a space what a space is. But at the same time, like, when like a tragic thing happened in my family, and I feel like that point in time, even when I wasn't present, she was present for members of my family. Even Ebere, when you helped with that whole thing, and you went all the way to Aja or something. Yeah. Mayfair, right?
I think it was after Aja.
Yeah, Mayfair, yeah.
Okay. I don't remember the name of the place. I just thought it was after Aja.
So she went all the way there to support my sister. So it was just like certain things that I saw where I was like, you know what? The friendship means more. Like, come on. Like, she's
definitely like my, I don't want to say twin, because we're still very different, but we're like siblings.
We are
definitely like
siblings.
We
are different. Shitam is more expressive of her emotions.
I'm very expressive,
which is weird because she doesn't look like it. Me, I'm very weird.
No, I think I'm expressive to people I know though. Like if I don't know you like that, I don't know, I'm kind of lock up, I guess. But this one, rock of ages.
What do you mean?
Her heart is made of stone. You know when you see those Igbo babes that nothing moves them? That's Liche.
It's not even that bad. Wait, see.
She doesn't even cry.
No, I see. That's the part I'm trying to navigate now. You guys,
she doesn't cry.
I've stopped crying, and I need to start crying the way I used to cry before. Like I've stopped because now I feel like things don't faze me. Like it's not as if nothing can shock me. I'm too young to say that, but I'm saying a lot of things can still shock me. I'm reaching that whole it is what it is.
Yeah,
I'm getting there a lot faster than I used to. I don't know if it's compartmentalization or like, just looking forward to long-term goals instead of like looking at what is happening short term. Yeah. There's always something I'm looking forward to, and maybe it's not good to kind of navigate life like that because you don't live in the present most times. And I've noticed that like I'm always in the future because to me I'm like this thing is not even beneficial for what I'm going for, which is also a good way to think about
To
it.
think about it,
It's a different perspective. I'm like, this thing is not even beneficial to what I'm aiming for right now. So if it gets cut off at this point in time, it's not, I see it as, it's not a
do or die.
do or die, also it's not a disservice to me that it's not coming along. Do you get what I'm saying? So
me, I'm not like that too. I have to feel everything. I need to
you
cry.
do,
Like,
you
I need
do.
to.
And
If
it
I don't cry,
shocks
I won't feel
me.
better.
I was like, what's going on? Why all this serenade just to do the one thing you have to do?
I'll explode if I'm quiet like that, and
Yeah.
I'm going to explode. I need something to let it out. I'll legit explode. Okay.
I mean, we always know what can let it out. I'm actually very foolish. I'm sorry, guys. PG. I mean, how are you? How are you adjusting to life here? Like,
how am I adjusting? I actually think I'm adjusting pretty well. I don't think I have any issues with people. It's just like I get really, really homesick. That's why I love watching Nigerian movies on YouTube.
And I'm telling you, it reduces IQ. Yeah. I'm not going to. I'm sorry. And I'm not saying, I'm not knocking off, like, anyone's art or talent or skill or whatever it is. But it's like the plots are not plotting.
They're not
real. Like, someone has to say it.
I agree. I definitely agree with that.
Imagine if this one part goes viral.
They're going to drag
me. Don't drag me, okay? But honestly, someone has to say, like, let's be real. Nigerian directors, screenwriters, whatever, like playwrights. Yeah. I don't know. The job is hard. It is, like, to think of something fresh and at what cost of production, all of that.
Yeah, and to do that time within Nigeria too, because I know they have limited resources.
And then YouTube, I don't know what the YouTube business for their media or entertainment looks like, how much they're getting paid, what is the sort of like ROI of the production as compared to the production. So I understand, but like, if we're doing for the arts, right, let's do it for the art.
Yeah, I think
there was
this interview Damson Idris did. He was talking about working. Was it Damson Idris or John Boyega? No, it was John Boyega. He was talking about how working with Nigerian I don't even know what to call it, people in the entertainment industry. How difficult it is because like they have an ego or something like that. He really puts it in a very, let's say, benevolent, like,
in a nice way.
Yes, he puts it like that. But everybody just knew what he was saying.
Like you can also tell, like, from, like, I don't want to say Instagram is a clear representation of people's characters or what it is, but you can tell, like, a lot of them do move with ego, and that comes with the job. It comes with the field. It comes with the everything. But if you are really, like, if your core grounding is acting and you are actually for the art, there are some scripts that you should even get on your table and you're like, this does not make sense.
Like, I think at some point, maybe for some of them, like, it's a job. Do you get that's that? A lot of them maybe they're trying to break into the industry as well. So that's another thing. But anyway, that's besides the entire point. I just like watching them because they, first of all, I think that a lot of them are funny. They're not necessarily comedic movies, but they're just funny and they remind you of home. Like where I stay, my school area is like 95% white. Okay, there are Nigerians and there are other groups of people there. But almost everywhere you go, you're hearing an American accent. So sometimes I don't even remember maybe what I sound like or what it's like to I'm telling you, to interact with other Nigerians. You're in Dallas now and you have Nigerian friends here.
Yeah.
Me, I don't really have that apart from my classmates. My classmates are very, very chill.
Yeah.
But other than that, I would just miss having that Nigerian feeling, I didn't think I would miss Nigeria this much. I don't miss staying in my parents' house though. That one is I don't miss it, I beg. Overall, I'd say I've settled in like maybe 7 on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe 7 or 8, because the first time I came was in 2019. So that one was like a huge shocker. That one already kind of helped me get through the initial shock. Do you get?
Yeah.
And then in 2022, same thing. So now I already know what to expect. I always watch American news and all that stuff. So it's not really new to me, if that makes sense. So settling down is not that difficult. I know driving that one really scared me because I was like, I said I don't want to be one of those people that don't know how to drive. I knew how to drive in Nigeria, got my license, everything. But coming here, obviously, you have to follow the road rules, know how to actually interpret the road rules. You take the computer test. It's not like in Nigeria. So that one was a big deal for me. I hate when adults don't know how to drive. To me, it's a turn off. Like, why can't you drive?
I mean, in Nigeria, it's okay though. Like, it's. I think we have a good
Public transportation
transport
system.
system. Yeah,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is fine. Like,
But I don't know. I just feel like as an adult, you should be able to move a car. Like if something happens, you're
yeah,
telling me you can't move a car to a hospital. Do you get? So and I get it, like the
yeah.
excuse of public transportation,
People
but
don't also even have the privilege to like. Car is a
yeah, it's a
luxury.
luxury.
It's a big
Yeah.
luxury in
In
Nigeria.
Nigeria, yeah.
It's a
Here
big.
it's not
It's not. Isn't.
16-year-olds have
Yeah.
cars. You need one if you live in America. You almost need one
Always need
unless
one. Yeah.
unless you live in a city where transportation is like really, really good because it's very big. So to get from one place to another, unless you want to be paying $200 to do something every weekend, you just need to go and buy your own car. Anyway, so that's that. I think I settled in well. What about you though?
Adjustment was a bit different. Like it was, like I mentioned, it was being thrown into the ocean. Like with school, like I remember when I first came. Like I think 2 weeks after I had just landed, like school was starting. So I mean, they did a good job with orientation and getting us like fronted with, sort of what the education system looks like here. I think that was my biggest fear, like just the education system, like because being in the environment didn't scare me more so like I didn't have culture shock towards that. I had culture shock towards like being in the educational system, what that look like what are the sort of like the certain standards, like for like passing and whatnot here. So that was what I struggled with mostly. But like missing family, all of that, I mean, I've always been in boarding school, so I feel like I figured how to navigate that pretty quickly. It was tough because, like, making friends, like, I was also in a remote area, not necessarily remote, I was like an hour away from New Orleans, but it was just starting. I was just starting. I didn't have a car, I didn't have anything, sort of like, to move back and forth to go to places. So making friends sort of was hard. I made my first Nigerian friend actually. She was my roommate, funny enough.
Really?
Yeah, and she introduced me to like a bunch of other Nigerians now that I still talk to, like we're still close with and all of that. So, which is pretty interesting. Hi, Philippa.
Oh, that's her name, Philippa.
Yeah. Grocery shopping too. I think that was my biggest. And until today, I absolutely hate grocery shopping. Like I
love grocery shopping.
I don't go to the store. It's like I'd rather order.
I don't know how you do that thing.
I always hope for the
don't know how you
best.
do
And I
it.
know they always bring trash, but I always hope for the best. Like when we come for holidays and stuff, I don't think like I necessarily like followed them to grocery shop ever. Like I don't think that was a thing.
But you were a kid though. That's not like that shouldn't be an expectation to go.
Yeah,
grocery
like
shopping.
we'll go to the mall and all that stuff, but it was not necessarily like Walmart or like going to grocery shop in a big store, Target, whatnot. So when I came and I had to do all of that, and I remember telling my mom like, can she ship me knives? And she was like, go to Walmart and get yourself knives. Like
Really?
I told my mom when she was coming for like summer, like because I started school in January, right? So she was coming for summer like in August. I was asking her to bring pots and knives, you guys, like because I was terrified of Walmart. Like
Really?
Walmart used to terrify me, how big it was, just like strangers everywhere. Like it was sort of a thing. I was like, oh my goodness, I have to navigate this alone. Like
Oh, I see what you,
Yeah.
especially coming from Nigeria, where
and
it's
I was
not
like
like
an
that
Omon,
at
I was an
all.
Omon getting side. Like everywhere I would go, I had someone following me.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah, that's true.
do you get what I'm saying?
That's
so
true.
the navigation of that used to really like, oh my god, you guys, I'm getting
don't-
anxiety and I'm like thinking
don't-
about that.
Don't be an overprotective parent. Okay, if you're a helicopter parent, it's going to affect your kids. That's the moral of the
is.
story.
Till today, I still have like mini anxiety, like going to and it's not even anything as far it scares me now as an adult or anything. It's just like just the anxiety I felt as a kid, like having to navigate. I mean, I was
To do
16,
that,
but like
yeah.
having to navigate that by myself and all of that.
16 is still pretty young, Sha. Like at least to come from Nigeria here, that's still
Yeah.
pretty young.
And I remember then, like I couldn't get a credit card or Kinika. I was 16.
Oh,
yeah,
oh
and all
yeah,
of
you're
that.
minor.
So I couldn't get things. So all I had was cash on me. I will bring out all the stack of $100. Hey, they could just look me
like you're a scammer.
I was just looking, and I didn't think like it wasn't weird to me or anything, because Nigeria back then was like fully cash. It was a cash society. We weren't fully cashless yet, so it wasn't weird to have cash on you and all this stuff. Do you know another thing? I didn't know the value of their currency.
That's another thing. Yeah,
I didn't know
so
the value.
you think $100 is like 100 naira?
Yeah, I didn't know like the value of their currency like did not register to me, and it makes so much sense because like everything your parents do it for you like when you're younger, so nothing really clicked for me. Like I didn't understand the value of the currency. Like $100 didn't mean anything to me.
Yeah,
but to them, like seeing that it was so, I was like,
$100 is enough. As at 2016, I'm pretty sure that's enough for grocery shopping for at least 2 weeks.
It was
because even in 2019 I could do 2 weeks or even 3 with $100. So I can't even imagine how now the economy is bad. You can't do 100 unless you go to Aldi or something. Aldi is cheap.
See, Aldi should be sponsoring this video.
Aldi, come sponsor me, okay? I always shop at Aldi. That's my store. I love shopping there. Okay, so we're going to talk about the cultural differences, like when we first came, and like just knowing like the differences between the that annoying Nigerian culture and the very free liberal American culture. Just go first. Should I go first?
I mean, I want to go first because I know you're going to see what I want to say. The whole good morning math thing, the salutations, greetings. Yes. I remember when I first started college, and then my math professor, I went my good morning and I said her name, and she was very like taken aback. She was like, huh? Like, okay. She could tell, okay, instantly, you're not from here.
Yeah.
Like, you're definitely not from here. But at the same time, it was just weird to know, like, to just, and I don't think it's weird now. Like, when I go to Nigeria, I still say good morning, ma, I still do the normal salutations and whatnot. But, like, it's just so weird to me sometimes how, like, here you can call, like, an adult by their full name.
Yeah, by their first name. Like, even when I first came, I still used to say good morning. And it just feels very long because Americans are very
short
informal.
And sweet.
Thank you. They're very short and sweet. Just hi. Now, if I'm emailing my professors, I'll just say, hi, Dr. blah, blah, blah. Hi, Dr. this. Hi, Dr. that. Before, good morning, sir. How are you doing today? But they know they do, they do all those ones. So they're just go straight to the point. Which other culture shock was there? I always knew that.
Why are you laughing?
I always knew that there was something called winter.
Oh, yes. I didn't know how bad their winters were.
I didn't see that shit coming. Like,
because they tell you in the south, you don't really get winter. Like, you don't. I honestly thought like when they used to say that, I didn't think they meant it how, like, it's actually meant. I thought it meant as far in the south, okay, we don't get it as well, meaning it doesn't get cold.
Yeah.
No, I think, it gets cold.
We need to explain the whole north-south thing. I'll put the map on the screen so you guys can see. So there's like the north, the south, the east, the west. So the south is where the states are usually warmer. So you get longer warm months, right? In states like Texas, Mississippi, Georgia, Florida. Which other states is in the south? Arizona is not really in the south. It's like more to the west, but states on the south area, you have longer warm months. And then states in the north like Minnesota, Wisconsin, North Dakota, which other states, Michigan, those states get cold. Even to the west, like states to the west, Colorado, I think in Colorado they get snow from September, which is horrible. So in this, I can't even imagine, like, God forbid, like, God forbid. The south is generally just warm, and you see a lot of Nigerians here because it's akin to what we have back home, because the cold is ridiculous. That cold, and me, I even stay in the Midwest in Missouri. So the Midwest also gets cold. Like, you get equal warm and cold months in the year in the Midwest. So coming, right, I didn't really have any sense of temperature, because in Nigeria uses Celsius. Yeah. But I never checked the weather or anything. Yeah. Because one, is always hot. Yeah. Two, me, I don't really sweat that much, so I don't mind the heat. I actually prefer being hot to being cold, because I hate being cold. I will freeze. The only kind of sense of temperature I had was when they would say your body is 37 degrees centigrade. Oh, like your body temperature. Body temperature. Yeah, Celsius or centigrade. When I was young, they used to say centigrade. I don't know when we started saying Celsius, but I remember centigrade. Coming here, they use Fahrenheit, and you have like a a thermostat. You can adjust the heat and the cold in your house. So I didn't really understand the concept of weather and just the cold until I had to start looking at my phone, checking what the day feels like, and knowing that okay, if it's 70 degrees outside, it's neither too warm nor too cold, so it's okay, I can dress fairly open. If it's from like maybe 60, 50, 40 degrees, then it starts getting really cold, and that's how I started learning how to dress for the weather. But then during peak winter months from like January, February, oh my god, that was last year in 2024. I said I had to ask myself one time, I said, God, how can people live like this? Like this is not for
I
the
mean,
human
'cause you
condition.
you get snow, so I think that's different. Like it's like
Yeah.
that's cold. Like that has to be very cold. But in the south, like it's not like it's not as cold. For me, I thought as far it does not get cold at all.
Yeah.
But it does get cold here. I think the cold is just a freezing cold.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's freezing, it's windy.
Very
So
windy.
but it doesn't snow or anything, or it's less liable to snow in the south.
I think which day was that? Was it on Wednesday? Like there was actual ice. So sometimes it's not like
It's
snow
not
is
snow.
different,
It's,
right?
yeah,
It's
it's
actual.
ice.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
that
if you
was
bring
it's
ice
freezing,
block.
like it's like
Yes,
freezing, like it's just at
yes,
freezing points where like it's really cold.
it's really cold.
So
Yeah,
it's just ice.
like you're putting blocks of ice on the road, like so you can actually slip and fall. A lot of accidents happen. And then
And
they have to
trust
put
Dallas
salt.
people to not stop driving. And then the south, most parts of the south, well, let's say Texas, they don't have the infrastructure to like accommodate driving during the snow or ice, whatever the
Yeah,
case may be, because our roads don't melt as quickly, or
yeah.
like
Versus in Missouri, like we already
versus
have
all those
salt
other
on the
states
road.
that already have salts on the road and all that. This is another word to the government. If we have it every year, is no longer an anomaly.
Yeah,
Fix it.
yeah, fix it.
Like
It's frustrating because in Missouri, when it snows, right, I'm telling you, within maybe 30 minutes to an hour,
yeah,
you see that the road is already clear. Like you can still see the snow like on the grass, on the trees, but the road is already clear because they already have salt. There's snow salt for you to melt the snow. But here, everybody acts like it's the apocalypse
it's a
when there's
shut
ice,
down. Like it's a shut down. Like
when there's snow outside.
we
It's
literally, I
crazy.
at this time around, like when it happened, and apparently there's more. Like it's coming back January 19th, so I need to grocery shop. So this one that happened, like I wasn't prepared. Like we weren't even prepared at
At all. We
all.
didn't even have water
We
in the
didn't even have
house.
water. Even for my friend who came and he like saw everything, like you guys don't have water. Like, do you know what could happen? Because the thing is, I knew it was going to be like 2 days, 3 days. But do you know the funny thing? It has been a week before, and it can shock you. So where like if it's a week and you don't have food in your house,
That's so scary.
and maybe like sometimes the grid can't carry it, or the electric grid can't carry how like the freezing point of the cold.
What else took adjusting to?
Um,
Maybe the accent thing. It's not really. I really have to. We didn't really have to adjust. It's just like saying certain things. And Americans have American ears.
no.
They don't understand accents. Like when I talk to my American friends, I always tell them, put your ear down. Like you
Not
can't
put your
hear.
ear down.
Put your ear, like actually put your ear down. Like if you say something like water. Remember when I went to the gym? That was when I was still going to Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Went to the gym and I wanted to buy water. And then I told the lady at the front desk, I said, please, I need water. And she was like, huh? What? I said, I'm telling you, I repeated myself like 3 times before I was like, okay, water. And she was like, oh, water. I said, if I give you backhand slap, you open that your stupid ear. They have
And they do that
American
a
ears.
lot.
Yeah.
I think it's very intentional. I think it's a microaggression. It's the whole immigrants microaggression.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's
different-
another
it's
thing.
a different conversation for us. That's why we like it's just a different conversation for us. So it could be that too. Like I think we have a good, I think, fine understanding of their accent because we watch their like entertainment, their songs, everything. But like their states individual, like states accents
Are
like
different.
People from New Jersey, people from New York, I think it's different. And I think that was something I had to get used to because I couldn't, to me, they all sounded the same. And I think that was something I couldn't say because it's not seen as politically correct to say that. But to me, they all sounded the same when I first moved here. It's just now that I'm starting to kind of like
know the difference
between the accents. Like I can now tell, okay, this person's probably from Louisiana, this person's probably from Texas, this person's probably from New York, like and Cali or whatnot. It's like I can now tell.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. But when I first moved here, like I know the Louisiana accent was wild to me because it was slur.
Yeah, they would. Yeah,
Like,
their
how you
accent is
doing,
very
baby?
unique.
Like,
Yeah,
it's very. I was like, oh, I
yeah.
really like that though. I really do. I really love the accent. Right now, I'm working on whatnot, 9 to 5, the normal cake shenanigan, But what I'm hoping to kind of achieve, like this is more so a long term plan. Just a couple years from now, I hope I'm a lawyer.
Why am I just knowing this?
Shout out to that. I've mentioned that a couple times.
You've mentioned it one time.
Okay, that's the thing about me. Like I told you, like a lot of my transitional period, I do it alone. So if I don't say something, it's not like me.
My heart is broken.
It's not me keeping it away, like from you. It's like I want to first do it and see if it happens. I don't know if this American dream is what it seems to be, but I want more than the American dream. So if you're out there and you can give me more than it, come
Hit
here, baby. Hit me up. But I want more than the American dream. I think the American dream is just slave for people to come here and work till they die. But,
unless you're lucky, and I still believe in it because I'm just ridiculously optimistic.
The American dream, when you come here, you have a white picket fence, and then you're still working out to pay your house. You're still living paycheck to paycheck. Like, no. But that is the basis, the front line of the American dream. You have enough to pay what you need to pay, or you have enough to.
I don't think it's that way. I think that's the reality.
Exactly.
That's the reality. The dream is like from grass to grace, like a from grass to grace story. That's basically the American dream. Like, oh, you came in as a student and you were suffering and you did the work for like 5 years, and then you now got a huge job in corporate and now you make like 200k a year. That's the dream. But the reality is living paycheck to paycheck. For me, what I want to do, I definitely want to always work from home because I think Nigeria spoiled me. I'm so used to working from home that I just really don't know how to do anything else. Right now, I work in my school, like I teach, so obviously I can't work from home, but it's easy because I go to school anyway. But in the future, I want to hopefully own a business. I want to own. It's either going to be a salon or a food business.
Period.
So, and the food is going to be like African cuisine, like from different countries, like have menus change all the time. That's in the future. I don't know. But right now that I'm still, young, still navigating my life by myself, I'd want to get into corporate, be a content and UX writer, and hopefully like climb the corporate ladder. That's something I want to do. Or even get a PhD. I really want to get a PhD.
Do you like school that much?
I'm graduating this year. I'm sad to graduate because I'm gonna miss school.
I get it.
I love school.
I don't know.
I love
school puts you like in the good discipline. No, I think that's one thing I like about school. Like, it's the only like system I think that works in terms of discipline.
Yeah. And I might, if the business thing doesn't work, I might just end up being in academia. Because think about it, which other job is going to give you a guaranteed break every year, at least twice a year? You have summer break, you have winter break. So it's just, to me, it's a win-win.
It's a win-win. It really is.
That's pretty much it. Thank you guys for sticking with us throughout this chaotic video.
Thank you.
We had so much fun. I'm leaving here tomorrow. I'm so sad.
I know.
I'm so sad. We were so late yesterday night. We went out. We had fun. It was nice.
We haven't slept properly.
We haven't. We actually haven't. My God.
Honestly.
Anyway, you guys, send Richie some love in the comments, okay? Because this is our first time doing something like this. So
see, this is my first time being on yours, so it makes me. I'm your first guest. That's a lot of pressure, guys.
That's true. I always have more guests.
You should have more guests.
I should have more guests. Anyway, make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed and gives you a thumbs up, okay? Don't forget, and leave a comment below.
Give us a thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up. Thank you. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Bye.